Hello, and welcome back to the Whole Journey Podcast. It's 2024, and we want to wish you all a happy new year. And thank you in advance for all of your support, for all the likes, the shares, the comments, all the feedback I think that we all receive has just been so heartwarming.
Yeah.
Kind of surprising. Like, we've been getting some really good feedback from people, and so we really appreciate it, and we hope that you all continue to join us on this journey. Today, we're kind of talking about the new year. Last year, this year, our goals, our plans. I don't want to say regrets. I was thinking about that last
Lessons.
night. Lessons.
Growth
Lessons.
opportunities.
Growth
for
opportunities.
For the new
Yeah.
year.
Yes. Because I don't think I was listening to, I think it may have been, it was either Transformation Church or Sarah Jakes Roberts. And it was saying like everything is like, it's a lesson. Like, and I think it was Sarah Jakes Roberts. And she was saying like, it wasn't a fail. I don't take any losses. It was her. I don't take any losses. So it couldn't have been a fail. Like, it was something. I didn't waste money. I learned something. I got something from it. So no regrets, but we'll kind of talk about last year, some things we learned. Man, y'all want to start there?
Yeah.
That's heavy for me.
2023
man,
was rough.
Woo. I saw this post that said 2023. I wouldn't do
Turn
a
me
dog the way you did
It
me.
said time me every way but loose.
Ooh. It was last year was different for me. What about y'all? It's
me-
hard to think about it.
I got a little like different perspective of
Okay.
2023. Like, I know I've seen a lot of people on social media just talking about how rough 2023 was for them. I was like describe my year last year as chill.
Okay.
Like, my year was good. Let's see, I did a lot. Like, one thing, like, I took my son to Disneyland.
You
for
traveled
the
a
first
lot.
I traveled a lot.
Yeah.
Took my son to Disneyland. I went for the first time at 31 and taking him at 6.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
just giving him those memories and those trips and stuff that I didn't have as a kid.
You went out of the country last year too, right?
No,
that
that
last-
was the year before. London was 2022.
Okay.
Yeah, we went to London.
See,
22.
2023 is like a blur to
Yeah.
me. Like, it was so, I feel like it went by so fast. Like, I'm still having a hard time, like, placing. So, for me, for sure, 2020 through 2022 is like all those years run together.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's because the pandemic and things were just so weird.
Yeah.
But
Pandemic,
2023
baby, all that.
was just like, whoop, like, fast forward. So I'm still having a hard time. Like, was that last year or was that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like it was an okay year too. I remember my word for the year being start, and I wanted it to be like something profound. But it was just start.
Yeah.
And I did. I started. I launched a business.
Yeah.
I, was more present on social media than I ever have been. It was a lot of new initiatives. I think putting myself out there a lot more.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Being intentional about forming friendships, joining organizations. It was a start year for me.
Yeah.
So I feel like I saw more of me. I sacrificed more of my comfort so that I could become something different.
Yeah.
So that's my experience of 2023 is like, go ahead and get out there.
Yeah.
People are not as rough as you think they are.
Yeah.
I mean, I have, it's kind of one of those things where it's like, do the good outweigh the bad? It's the lows were so magnifying for me like they were just like, what the heck is this?
Yeah.
That it's kind of blurring out some of the highs. Like, there were some highs. But the low, if I'm being honest.
The lows were bigger than the highs for you. Like, they take over more space in your memory than,
Yeah. So it's even hard, like, and I may have to be intentional about taking some time to even think about what the wins were. Because I don't want to be, ungrateful.
Yeah.
Because there were some things that definitely happened that were good, but the lows was like, Lord, where are you?
Yeah.
Have you fell asleep? Is my prayer line disconnected? Like
You didn't pay your phone bill.
man, like
You didn't pay your phone bill.
it was like, oh my God, like
Where you at?
But I think it had to happen for a reason.
It did.
To prepare you.
Because every time I feel like every time I got back up, I stayed on the ropes.
That's a good one.
I
That's a good
stayed on the
analogy.
ropes in 2023. Like, golly, like I survived because I'm here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I got toe up.
Yeah.
I look like Martin on the episode.
I don't want to fight no more. I don't want to fight no more.
Like, if I could imagine, like, if you can imagine how I came out of 2023, imagine the episode of Martin. Like, woo, I'm here. I'm bruised. I'm battered up. Like, it literally was so much. But the good thing is I launched a business. It took off way faster than I expected. Like, I just feel like everything was just was moving so fast. Like, I didn't have the chance to be like, okay, woo, let me take this in. Like, it was literally one thing after the next. And so because of that, like, my business launched. I got licensed. I became a general contractor in March. But it's like, even after that started going so fast. Like, whoo, like, I didn't have time to celebrate one thing.
To sit in them. Sit in it.
Or appreciate.
Yeah,
Yes.
appreciate
This
it.
new space.
Yes.
I get acclimated.
Yeah.
It took off. But TD Jakes said that when we pray for these big things, we're also praying for a hard space.
Yeah, it was hard. Man, it was hard. Like, and then it's just like it was throughout the year. Like, it did not stop. Like, we had some stuff that just be like, okay, God. And so people are like asking me, like, did you enjoy your holidays? It's like, I just enjoyed the time off. I enjoyed not a customer not calling me, nothing places being closed. So I could not be bothered. And then, like, Thanksgiving, I feel like Thanksgiving was really good. Then the day after Thanksgiving, my brother had a terrible accident, you know, and then we spent a month of that, of him being in the hospital. And so by Christmas and New Year's, I didn't want to do nothing but rest. It was just like, and I feel like, to me, Christmas looked different for me this year. Like, I'm a birthday person. I love birthdays. I love holidays. I love Christmas. But Christmas looked different for me this year. I didn't even put up a tree this year. That's probably the first time in my 30 years of
But you
living
never had a Christmas tree.
that I did not, because my Christmas was big to my mama too. So like, it was like, that was a thing. We decorated the Christmas tree.
Yeah.
And so this year it was the Christmas tree was in our storage. I never even made it to go get it out. Like, it was just like, oh, I gotta go get the Christmas tree. I gotta go get the Christmas tree. And then by the time I realized, I'm like, I'm gonna
There's
just
no
buy
point
one. I said I was gonna buy one. I'm like, I'm just gonna buy one. And then I'm like, that don't make sense when you got a whole tree. And then by the time it was too late.
Yeah.
But Bree, what was God's answer to that? What's his word for your year?
For this year?
For this year,
Oh,
what did
it's
God
rest.
drop on you?
Rest. Like, I was literally thinking, like, coming into the last few weeks of the year, like, what's my word? Because I don't know why I feel like your year ain't successful unless you got a word. Is that the type A in me? Like I need
Something to align your year with.
I think that's the Christian in you.
Okay.
Because we know we can't make moves unless God really direct our path.
Yeah.
So you waiting on direction. You waiting on God to tell you this is the plan for the next year. And so, you have a sense of discomfort when God hadn't spoken.
Yeah. And so when the word rest came, I'm like, rest? Like, to me, at first, that communicated as, like, lazy. Like, what you mean, rest?
Yeah, 'cause-
I got this to do, this to do, this to do.
Yeah.
That is just the negative connotation to that word for our community.
Yes.
Because it's like rest, but rest is needed. It's
is.
normal.
But
It's
the way God revealed it to me, is something that our pastor always says: as you rest, God works.
Mm.
And so that was the connection. Like, and I breathe. You have to rest. Like, cause I can't have another year like I had last year.
Yeah.
I can't be Jesus Jr. this year. I have
Yeah.
God Junior.
God Jr. I don't.
None of it.
None of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Holy Trinity, y'all can have it.
And that's probably why I'm telling you, it's probably why 2023 beat you up.
Yeah.
Because you tried
fix-
effortlessly to make things work
everything.
in your own
Yeah.
strength.
Yes.
And it was like when your plan failed, now hey God,
Yeah.
what was it?
Yeah.
You know.
You
and
never really
that-
let go.
Yeah,
and
it's
let God.
exhausting.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
exhausting
It
to try
is.
to operate out of your own strength because you weren't designed to do so.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And so I have just been, what's today? The 6th? It's the 6th day of the year. And I have been embodying it. Like, I'm just like, all week. It's like, I did what I could for the day. Time to wrap it up. And I cooked. I prepped. I meal prepped.
Yep. You
I was
cooking
able to
more
cook.
than me.
I was able to cook dinner.
Okay.
Like, I did good this week, and it was because it's like literally like, look, to even telling my crew, like, look, we done did what we could do for the day.
Yeah.
Go home, pack up. Ain't no late days no more. Like, it's just I need that rest because I'm tired.
Well, we
Yeah.
can walk into our soft girl season. You
Yeah,
can
I
walk
am.
into your soft girl season.
I am.
Okay.
I am fully embodying that, and I really enjoyed Monday because I sat down. It was like a rest day. I had all these grand plans, even still making grand plans. I'm gonna clean my house. I'm gonna fold clothes. And when I tell you, I stayed in the bed over half the day. I stayed in the bed late, got up. Me and Reggie ended up taking a nap. And then we looked up. It was like, it's 4:00. We ain't did nothing all day. But it felt good. Like, I didn't feel convicted because the clothes didn't get folded. And so by the time we sat down and we decided we was going to start trying to plan out our year, it felt so just serene.
What about you, T? What's yours? What did you get a word for the year? Or
I got a phrase for the year.
okay.
Phrase.
I
Yes,
like
a
that.
phrase. It's do not settle.
Oh.
Like, do not settle. And that's in every aspect of my life. When I was just thinking about it, that's like, y'all know right now I'm trying to move. Don't settle when it comes to your new space. Get what you want. When it comes to my career, like, do not settle. Don't get complacent. Like, and another thing is, I'm going where I am celebrated and not tolerated.
That's good.
Like, in every aspect of
That's
my
good.
life. In my dating life.
Yeah.
Like, do not settle. I know what I want. I know my non-negotiables. Don't waver on it.
Yeah.
So, as a mom, with my son, he's having some struggles right now in school. Do not settle when it comes to his education and pushing for him and being his advocate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have
And just
to.
taking, like, what the school says, like, no. So, yeah, that's my thing for 2024.
I like
do
that.
not settle.
I love that for you.
I do
Thank
too.
you.
Yeah.
It's
What's
amazing. Like,
yours?
God know exactly what you need.
Yeah. When you need it.
My word was, again, not a good word. Not a word I was comfortable with. Unleashed. It feels wild, untamed.
And that's
That is not me. When that word dropped in my spirit, I'm just like,
what?
swinging from the chandeliers? Like, what?
All I can see, listen, I was about to say that. That's all I can see is you like swinging on a wrecking ball.
Like, what on earth does this mean? So
Yeah.
I did start researching it, and once again, it's a form of new beginning, open doors. Like,
But that's even a stretch for you because you a planner.
is.
Yes.
It is. That's why I'm like, why I keep getting these big bold words?
Because
Like,
he's trying to make you
Yeah,
uncomfortable.
it's something
push you
he wants
out.
you to
Yes.
something he wants you to get out your comfort zone.
Yeah.
yeah. So unleashed is the word for the year, and I wasn't like, oh yeah, God, this is great.
Yeah.
Like, what does the Webster say about that?
What is
Listen.
unleash?
I was happy about my word. Like when he said, I'm like, okay, Lord, yes.
But God know what you need.
Yeah.
So all three of us, I think, got very
gave us exactly
Yes,
what
like,
we need.
very on time
Yeah.
words because it's crazy.
Yeah.
Because I'm once again doing
Well,
another little leap
yeah.
career wise. So unleashing is like, girl, go do you.
Yeah.
What you waiting on?
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
I
let
wanna,
me. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
I was
I'm
about to
just-
ask y'all. I was about to ask y'all a question.
Okay.
Do you all believe in New Year resolutions?
Yes. Because I believe they give you something to work towards. And I mean, I know we all type A, we have our list, we checking off. So I feel like having your resolutions give you something to work towards, give you a list, give you goals. Because you'll look up, it's June, and you still in the same place you was December of the last year.
Right.
So I believe like those resolutions give you something to work towards, to progress and to grow.
Yeah.
For me.
I think like social media and culture has made it so cliche. Like, y'all, they kind of have started to like criticize having resolutions.
But they also criticize change.
Yes.
And so they make you feel bad about having resolutions like, hey, new year, new year, new you.
We
Like,
don't want to hear it. Well, you gonna hear it.
Yeah.
Because it is a new me.
Yeah.
I'm forever changing.
yes. And so you be like, well, dang, do I have resolutions or do I just, I think it's that fine line of being cliche and actually being a goal setter and a goal getter.
And having
A goal
discipline
getter.
beyond January.
Yes.
There is a different energy that I feel like I am operating in as of January 1st.
Yeah.
And I think we all have a different energy.
Yeah.
And that's a very real thing. You see people in the gym waking up at 5 a.m. They didn't do that stuff before.
Yeah.
But it's like now you got this ability to do something because you had a mindset
A hard
shift.
Yes.
reset.
A hard reset.
So I believe, yes, do your New Year's resolution. Now, don't do so many. Get you one or two that
Yeah.
you're going to work through all year. Don't necessarily reinvent you, but be open to evolution and patterns changing. And that's how we take it beyond a resolution until a lifestyle shift.
Yes.
So I think, they can work because you operating on, you got gas right now.
Yeah.
You
And
can
with
do
those
some
goals,
things.
creating realistic goals that are
Yeah.
realistic to
Yes.
you. Like not creating goals that, oh, well, I saw this was on her vision board or this
Yeah.
was on her. I'm going to try to do that too. If that's not for you, don't try to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
So you have to do what's best for you and what's realistic for your life and your lifestyle. So
Yeah.
That's like we all didn't get the word rest. Why?
because I don't need a rest.
We didn't need
Yeah.
it. I don't need
Yeah.
it. God is saying in this moment you need to unleash. In this moment you don't need to settle and you need to rest.
Yeah.
So no, you don't steal other folks' resolutions.
Yes.
You go to God and say, God, what do I need to develop in
Yeah.
this season? What are you trying to work out in me or work through me in this season?
Yeah.
Get your own stuff.
Yeah.
I think, like you said, being in a new space, like I feel different. Like people, like I said, they critique like the new year is not a off and on switch. Like it's just another day, and it's like, but it isn't.
No.
Like
It's all about
new
perspective.
season. It's a new season.
Yeah.
And I feel it.
Yeah.
Me
too.
And just because it's not for you, don't mean it's not for me.
right.
Yeah.
So just because you think it's just another day, okay, you going to look back and you going to be where you at
Exactly.
still, where I'm going to be progressing and I'm
Yeah.
going to be go-getting. So I feel like...
I agree.
You got a question? What you observe?
It was based off of the resolutions. It builds off of that. It was
Okay.
how do you approach setting realistic goals for the upcoming year? Like you said, you mentioned them being realistic. Like how do you make sure that your goals are realistic and it's not just, a fad or something you've seen on TikTok or...
I think the goals that I set, they didn't just start in January. They were progressions of what was happening toward the end of the year.
Yeah.
So they just feel like this is the next step in it. I think the way you make them realistic is by making them measurable, giving them a time, not in 365 days, but what's the action? What are the action steps that's gonna get you to this space where you're seeing it happen?
Y'all
The quarterly
revealed
thing.
something. Yes, I was just about to say that y'all revealed something good to me about the 12 weeks. Because I think if you have a lofty goal, it can seem intimidating for a year. So this is the first time that this year, like, I had a year goal, but then I broke it down into quarterly goals.
Right.
Yeah.
The action.
Yeah.
Plan.
And it feels more attainable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like that a lot because I think that it's easy to set a goal for the year and then you look up and it's June and you like, dang, I forgot I even set that goal. Like now you in the rat race of trying to accomplish the goal, and then you start to feel defeated because it's like, I said I wanted to lose 100 pounds. Ain't no way I can lose 100 pounds in 6 months or 4 months. But I think if that's your goal for the year, and then you say, okay, in order for me
pounds
to
or 20 pounds, break it up instead of making that big goal, break it into smaller goals that will build up.
Yeah, and it makes it feel more attainable. Like that's what I did. Like I had my goal for the year, and then I broke it down to the quarter, and then even to the month.
Yep.
Like with savings, like, okay, I want to save this amount. Okay, if in order to save this amount, this is what I need to save per quarter. This is what I need to save per month, and I feel like it makes it more attainable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes it from a resolution to this is the way I operate my life.
Yeah, it changes.
It's
like you said, it's
the
a
saying,
lifestyle change.
You can only, what is it, like you can only eat an elephant one bite at a time.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Say it in therapy all the time.
Yeah. Like, but why they use an elephant, I don't know.
Because it's so big.
It's huge.
Who wants to eat an elephant?
But God don't give us, you gonna make an extra $25 in a month. He don't give us that stuff.
Yeah.
Like they are big elephant goals. Like,
Yeah.
God, is this me or is this you? Because I don't even have the audacity to believe I can attain that.
Yeah.
So when you are being given, like God is implanting these huge dreams, they do feel like, maybe in 5 years.
Yeah.
But when you create those action steps and you rely on his guidance, you might have it in 6 months or less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll blow your mind.
Yeah.
But like with the goals, like making realistic goals, you have, like I said before, you have to do things that are conducive to your lifestyle and who you are. Like, you see all the 5 a.m. gym girlies. If you know you're not a morning person, okay, don't put that on your thing. Maybe evening workouts are better for you. So carve out some time at 5 a.m.
I did just say
Or
that.
like if you are like you want to lose weight, don't put 100 pounds by the end of the year. Like you said, break it down 20, 20, 25, and then break it down by like that. And then, like you said, just making them realistic to you. Like if you're not a gym girl, I don't like the gym. Find you a workout class.
Yeah.
Maybe it's yoga.
Yeah.
Maybe it's what's everybody doing? Pilates.
Yeah.
Yes.
So a group workout. Just you have to find what works for you.
Yeah.
Meal prepping, not really my thing. But maybe when I go out to eat, I'm gonna get something healthy on the menu instead of so you just have to find what works for you and go with that. Like you say, it's a lifestyle change.
And I think it takes a level of reflection. Like if you had the same goal every single year, and it's like you never get anywhere, you never get one step closer to that goal, then maybe that isn't as realistic, or you need to go back and redefine it. Like you need to make it a little bit better, more attainable, because I know me personally, if something is too intimidating, it causes me to freeze. That fight or freeze.
Yeah.
Like I just won't do anything.
Exactly.
And so I feel like if you go back and say, okay, look, I know I want to save $100,000, but I can't do that right now, So I'm gonna focus on saving $25,000. I'm gonna focus on saving the first $5,000. Like making it us more more attainable, then I feel like that gives you more motivation. Because
It does.
once you
It
hit that
does.
first goal, you're like,
Like,
oh,
yeah, I
okay,
can
that
do
was
this.
easy.
Yeah.
you
and
know,
that's what
Yeah.
you need.
Yeah.
That's why you need to set short times. Like,
Yeah.
don't wait. Don't give yourself the full year. Maybe in the first 6 weeks, you want to have 400 saved.
Yeah.
And after you've done that, it's easier to build because now you building your confidence and your
Yeah.
ability to manage money.
Yeah.
Get this
Yeah.
thing under control. But that in December, you don't have money for Christmas presents and you think you're finna push out $1,000. Let's be for real.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I
It's a
think,
mind thing.
Yeah.
With yourself. In a way, it's kind of like playing a trick on your own mind.
Yeah.
With those goals. So.
And I think you being, by doing yourself like that, like that's so unfair. Like, don't beat yourself up like that.
Yeah.
Because you will.
Like you say, you'll feel defeated. And then you'll be like, well, I don't want to do it at all anymore
Yeah.
because
No, no.
there ain't even no point.
We just out here. We just living. YOLO, you know.
Right. I'll try next year.
I want to get in y'all business.
Okay.
I want to know what's the goal that you are actively working on right now that you set.
Oh, for me, it's definitely losing weight. Definitely losing weight. Like that's one of my hard goals because I feel like I focused on it so tough in 2021 and I was doing good. Like I was progressing really, really good. And then what was it, 20? Yeah, I got knocked up.
Yeah.
That's how it happens sometimes. I got pregnant, and so then, I mean, y'all know, after you become a mom, it's like you just out here trying to survive at that point.
Yeah.
You know, it
We're trying to
sounds
make
good. It sounds good. I'm gonna get back in the gym. Me and the baby gonna be walking. No, you just wanna sleep, get a nap.
Yeah.
You just want some quiet time.
Yeah.
And so I'm at a place now where my baby is older, you know, and she has a lot of energy, and I need a lot of energy to keep up with her.
Yeah.
And it's just like I be tired, and it's not her fault. And so I'm like, I have to not just I put it in my goals, like not just to lose weight, but to for me, you know, to get in a better size, but to have more energy
Yeah.
and stamina and, you know, things like that, because I got a little girl to keep up with and she ain't slowing down. And so, and I know, like, my family history, like, it does not look good when you start talking about diabetes and things like that. And that scares me.
Yeah.
Not in a negative way, like, oh my God, I'm scared, but it's an eye opener. Like, I don't want to put myself in a situation when there's something I can avoid by getting healthy now. And so, like, I've been doing good this week. And just by doing good this week, it has given me the motivation to do good next week.
Keep on.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I feel like it's kind of like what you said. Like, once you do it that one time, you're like, okay.
You
I
build
got
your muscle.
this.
I can do
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so this week it felt like more of a lifestyle change than a diet. Because I was about to say I don't like diets, but maybe I just don't like rules.
But
restrictions.
You don't like restrictions. We don't like restrictions. You were excited this week too.
Yeah.
Posting recipes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sharing recipes.
Yeah.
You were
TikTok.
excited. I could tell. Like, you were serious about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. And so this week, like, reflecting back on this week makes me be like, okay, all right, girl, let's do this.
You got this.
So,
Mine is delegating.
ooh.
Oh.
Yeah.
I
And
put that in my thing.
Did you?
Yes.
Delegating because, you know, as a mom, we often wear that cape of superwoman, doing it all and just taking on all of it. And like, oh, no, I got it. And I'm like, now I'm like, I don't got it. Like,
Yeah.
I have this
Help
new
me.
job.
Oh, yeah.
I got this new job where my commute is longer. And so I'm having to lean on my community and just like delegating tasks. Like, I'm looking at getting a housekeeper. Like, that's, you know, some things that are like, oh, you clean your own house.
No,
I don't
ma'am.
have the time.
Listen.
No.
Like, if that's something that I can delegate out and
Listen.
I don't care how much it costs me if
Yeah.
I got my peace
Yes.
and my time.
Yes.
So that's something like your time is priceless.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I'm looking at, like delegating those simple tasks, like a housekeeper coming
Yeah.
in once a month, every 2 weeks. That's one less thing I have to worry about.
Yeah.
And I can put that into my son.
Yeah.
And so that's one thing, delegating.
Girl.
Wait,
That
before
first day.
we jump into goals, can we take a second to talk about these planners?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is not a paid advertisement, but booked.
And busy.
If you would like to sponsor us, we are more than welcome to, we can sit down and chat. But
Yes.
Booked, Tanisha, you introduced me to Booked last year. And I literally fell in love with it. It is a planner. They have a whole website, and you can kind of go in and take a what is it, like an assessment?
Yeah, to see what planner is going to be best for
which
you.
fits better.
Yeah. And so, Keita, yours came back as the Booked and
Booked and
Busy.
busy.
Mine came back as the Booked Deluxe.
Mine was booked and blessed.
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
because that one focuses on spiritual goals.
Yes.
Yeah.
This Booked and Busy focuses on like business
Entrepreneur,
goals,
yeah.
business goal.
entrepreneurship. Deluxe is everything,
Mixed and stuff,
right?
everything.
Deluxe has everything in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so this is I had to bring it because I started doing my planning in it, and so it's really good because I love this planner. Like if you are type A, even if you're not,
Yeah.
but if you are type A, this is like
It's
Your
everything.
go-to.
It's your weekly meal
Yeah.
plan. It even does your hairstyle for the week.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
So you're not repeating so much. But it looks at a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and it has a place in here to do a vision board, which we have a vision board event to go to later today, and I'm gonna put mine in here because I want to be able to. I want it to be more accessible. I've seen a lot of people on social media doing like the virtual, not the virtual, what is it? Electronic vision boards.
Oh wow. And I've been
Yeah,
seeing the prayer
like
boards,
putting them as
too.
like your screensaver on your phone or your iPad.
Yes,
and-
making
yeah.
them on the iPad, things like that. And so I want to, because I've been carrying this thing around like it's my personal Bible. I want to have my vision board where I can look at it as I'm planning, go back and look at my vision board. But then it also has a goal wheel, and I see you fill yours out
Yes.
too.
Yes, I did.
And I like it because it breaks it down like family, physical fitness, financial, personal empowerment, relationship, social, professional, spiritual, health. Like it makes you be intentional about all these different areas. So I just wanted to throw that out there and recommend it to our viewers. Like
audience,
get you one.
And if even if you don't get that one, get a planner.
Yes, for
write
sure.
it down. Write the vision.
Yeah.
It's biblical. Write that stuff down so you can be reminded of it often.
Write the vision,
I was gonna
make it
tell
plain.
you, the first day you come home, when that housekeeper has come,
Ooh.
you gonna pay her.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's gonna be so nice to just walk into your house and you didn't do it.
Yeah.
Like somebody else did it, and
Yeah.
it smells nice.
Yeah.
And they gonna clean up stuff you didn't even think to clean.
Yeah.
It's gonna be beautiful.
Yeah.
I can't wait for you to have it.
I need it because like this with this new job and my commute, and they talk about like seasonal depression. Like I leave home, it's dark. I come
Yeah.
home, it's dark.
Yeah.
Like it's just hard, and
It
you get
is.
home, you just don't feel like doing anything.
Like your whole day gone.
Yeah, and then I feel you got that mom guilt. You feel bad because you don't get to spend as much time with your kid
Yeah.
right now. But I know this is temporary until we can get moved closer to work and stuff like that. But during this time right now, it is hard.
Yeah.
So one less thing that I got to worry about, where I can worry about me and my son, the better.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's your
makes
goal?
sense.
What's your
Yeah,
goal
what's
that
your-
you?
Oh, so I am heavily focusing on spiritual goals right now. I've been a Christian all my life. Like I don't remember a time when I wasn't. And I think because of the familiarity, sometimes you lose sight of how big God is, but also how intimate God can be. Because it's either like you got this God on the throne who is so far from you and so big. But I am just basking in this Abba version of God, like this being my father, being very present, being concerned about me, and my well-being, no matter how small or minute, my issues might seem, but also being very present. So I've been heavily focused on being intentional about seeing God in like the small things.
Yeah.
And like, okay, God, you're always with me. So where are you now?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
how can I spot you?
Yeah.
And because I think I've been more intentional, I've been seeing God move. And so the time I spend with him now doesn't feel like check off the list.
Yeah.
It's like it's right by my bed. I got my notebook. So if something comes up, I feel inspired. I'm writing. It's just getting a lot more present with God.
I put in my spiritual thing, and I can't take any credit for it, but it was more Christ conscious. Reggie told me that, like, he's been on this journey and following, I guess, this guy on social media that's doing like all these teachings on being more Christ conscious. And so when we were sitting down and we were doing our planning for the year, he talked to me about it, and like it's more than just kind of like you said, that familiarity. Like it's kind of it goes outside of the context of what you learn in church. Because our pastor always says, like, everybody has a plan until you get hit in the mouth.
Right.
Yeah.
And so your pastor is not there all the time. When life starts life.
Yeah.
And so I feel like you have to have that relationship by yourself. And it goes to like knowing him and knowing that he's concerned about you, like you said. And being more conscious of your thinking and the decisions you make and just all of it. That was one of mine is and I didn't normally I said this, I'm gonna read the whole Bible in a year.
I didn't do that.
That's normally
not my goal.
That's normally my goal, but I just put simply to read the Bible more.
Yeah.
And to have more worship time and prayer. Because I can't say that I want to read the whole Bible. I just want to have a better relationship.
With
And
him.
And I think, like you said, it makes you see him in the small things. Like, okay.
Because I was intentional about, I'm not buying anything new. I'm not buying the new book. I have so many already. Let's get through what I have.
Yeah.
I don't need anything new to know God a little better.
Yeah.
I have access to him with what I got right now.
Yeah.
So I was just intentional about we're gonna get down to the nitty gritty. I'm gonna get to know God all over again for myself and experience him in ways that I've really been mind blowing with just the level of intimacy that I've experienced. Because I know there is no way that I can be unleashed in my own strength. Like, it's got to be God. I can't launch a business. I can't be the kind of entrepreneur that he needs me to be if I'm not tapped in. So I want to be able to do the stuff that sound crazy, but because I know it came from God, I got the audacity to have faith in it. And I knew that kind of empowerment would only come from really developing my relationship with God. So that's been like my focus even in December. So it didn't just start, but the intentionality I think is right there for me now.
Yeah. My thing is with my spiritual goal is sitting with God more and hearing him, trying to discern, because it's so easy. Like, okay, was that God or was that me?
Yeah.
So just trying to get that, just growing that relationship with him so I know God's voice.
Yeah.
I know when it's him speaking to me and when it's just not myself or my own intuition or my own inner thoughts. So just growing that relationship with him so I know his voice.
Yeah.
So that's one of my spiritual goals.
It's crazy.
Getting silent with him.
Our last few episodes were about friendship. What friend group would you have felt comfortable with talking about spiritual goals?
Oh, that was one.
Yeah.
That was one of my things. I had put in my notes that I saw on on social media. Like I always save and clip the little viral posts because they make good talking points, but it be real. Like it was like God showed you who your real friends were this year, and I could not agree more. Like I literally like when I was getting my head knocked off, and half the time I'm telling y'all like I don't want to do it no more. I don't want to do it.
No, wait. This is what she was saying. I'm going to Aspen. I'm going to Aspen.
We were just talking about that. I said Aspen no more. We ain't talking about Aspen no more.
She's going to Aspen for spring break.
Listen,
That's where she going.
I was headed to Aspen. I was leaving entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
I had filled out job applications.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's just like the whole time I'm telling you, I don't want to do it no more. I don't want to do this.
It's too hard. It ain't supposed to be this hard.
Yes,
Yeah.
I can't pray for myself today. Like it literally, like y'all was like if
you don't smack up a smack out
you
of
know
it.
when the boxing ring they have the water person and the trainer that's like you gotta get it. I was on that rope and I was getting told.
Open your mouth.
But y'all was giving me water. Y'all was dabbing me like it. That was real.
Yeah.
Like my God. I agree. Like it really did. It showed you. Because I couldn't be present for myself all the time, and I know there were times like I was thinking about this a few weeks ago. Like there were times I literally felt the prayers. Like, because I know it wasn't me praying for me.
Yeah.
I know for a fact the people connected to me were praying for me because that's the only thing that kept me. Because it was days that I couldn't pray. I couldn't pray for myself. I was listening to the messages. I found myself even like going through the motions, listening to messages in the morning while I'm getting ready. And I would get ready to leave the house and I'd be like, I don't even know what I heard. But it was still feeding my spirit.
Yeah.
And I thank God for that because I wasn't tapped in. And so I know for a fact there were times like even conversation like in my marriage, I'm like, I know you was in that secret place for me.
I was like, you would call me before I go into a session, and I'm in the session working with another couple, and my heart is with you. like Lord, just let them make it through the day. I'm telling Don't let them leave, God.
Good.
I'm telling you, like I know for a fact I felt those prayers.
Yeah.
But I was about to. Speaking of that, like how people like I'm leaving this or someone. Is there something or someone you left into 2023? And I had to
look. They shall remain nameless.
Listen, something so good. And I told her, I said, you gonna make an appearance on the podcast. My bonus baby. Riley told me, she said, I believe in silent cutoffs. I said, what?
Yeah.
Help me understand. What's a silent cutoff?
Okay, Riley.
She told me that, and I put it in my notes. I said,
yeah, because I don't have to make a big to-do. I don't have to tell you what you did wrong.
Yeah.
Because you know. So I'm just going to back up.
Yeah.
And that's it.
But you are the queen of silent cutoff.
I am. But one thing I did not do this year is block. I mean, not this year, like this past month. I haven't been blocking.
Today's the 6th.
It's progress.
It is.
It's progress.
It is progress.
So I'm not blocking you, but you don't have access to me.
Yeah.
I get your text. I'm not gonna reply. You can call me. I'm not answering.
Yeah.
Because I just, you know what? Because blocking was my sense of control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm relinquishing that control. I'm not gonna block you, but I'm not entertaining you.
Yeah. She was that was good for me. And she's 12.
Yeah.
But she had to teach me about silent cutoffs. Like they don't always deserve an explanation.
No.
They don't deserve this big grand exit. They don't deserve any of that. You just, hey, I see you, you see me, we good, but we are no more.
I saw this post saying, and it's on TikTok too, closure is a scam.
Ooh.
You don't need it.
How dare you drop something so heavy?
I know.
But wait, I definitely think that. So I was looking at Club Shay Shay because hey, it's everywhere right But I saw the Cat Williams interview, but then I moved to the Kirk Franklin interview. And Shannon was telling Kirk Franklin, like, you need to have a conversation with your mom. And I'm sitting there like, no, do not have a conversation with your mom. You don't need that.
Yeah.
Like, she has the potential to re-injure you.
Oh.
Because when you are trying to close with somebody and you already have an analysis of how, what your experience was. And in that closure, they invalidate that experience. Don't open
They try
yourself
to
to
twist
that wound.
it.
Don't open that door. Work with your individual therapist, because I firmly believe his mom needs therapy to be able to handle the conversation that he has got to have with her. And if she has not done that work, she is not ready to sit down and say, son, I understand my life injured you.
Yeah.
I think
And that
y'all
conversation will do more damage than good.
It's gonna damage.
I think y'all just introduced the next episode. Closure is a scam.
Okay.
That's
That
a
is,
whole.
yeah.
I don't advise.
Yeah.
Not for a client. I do not. No, you don't need to go back to this person and tell them they made you feel like
They
this.
know how they
No.
made you feel.
And you're
they
not
don't
ready
care.
for it. The fact that you still want them to understand the level of your hurt means you need
still
them to
open it.
feel it. You need them to feel as hurt as you feel. That's not the goal. It shouldn't be the goal. If you're seeking that, it should be, if you want to have that conversation, it should be for information purposes only. You don't need to go into that needing something from them, because I can guarantee you 100% you will not get what you need.
Yep.
They couldn't provide it before.
What makes you think this one conversation they're gonna be able to just provide everything
You
you
in
want?
therapy because they didn't go.
Yeah.
Like, why are we still seeing
Y'all
that?
dropping some heat when it's time to go.
Yeah.
That's
man.
that has to be the next episode. Closure
Okay.
is a scam.
Let's talk about it.
Cause that's y'all gonna heal me in that.
No, I wanted. Now little tidbit. I sat there and I watched all 2 hours and whatever minutes.
46 minutes.
And 46 minutes of Cat Williams. My heart went out to him because that man is hurting. And I just saw rejection, abandonment over and over again. Him even going to the point of adopting 7 kids to give himself the family that he did not have. He needed that. He still needs that.
So we bringing Cat on the journey with us.
We got to.
Yeah.
We got to. And
Come
hold
on,
his
Cat.
hand.
Come on, Cat.
Uncle Cat.
And let him lean his little perm head on my shoulder.
Come on, Uncle Cat. He'll be in Little Rock in March.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to see him.
What?
No. I'm not going to see him. I didn't before, and I'm not now. He's not my kind of comedian.
Yeah.
But he's hurting. Very much so.
So we gonna
You
bring
can
him on
tell.
the journey.
Yeah, we're gonna bring him on a journey with us.
Well,
on our healing journey.
I'm not buying his ticket. But he can come on.
He can get our prayers.
Yeah, he can get out.
Oh,
We
yeah.
can always get that.
He can get our
Hey,
prayers.
Yeah.
for free.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're gonna bring Kat on the journey with us.
Yeah.
And we encourage you to stay on the journey with us.
Yes.
Cause we as you can see, we still figuring it out. We are learning, we are healing, we are growing, we are ever evolving. Like it's a journey.
It is.
So
Never ending.
we got a lot of work to do, and I hope you all do the work with us. And so, as always, we want to thank you all for tuning in and for joining. We encourage you to like, share, subscribe, drop your comments, give us some feedback, give us some questions. Let us know what you want to hear, because you know we do this for us, but we do it for you too.
Yeah.
So
Let us know some topics y'all want to hear us talk about.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
yeah. So once again, thank you all for joining us. I am Breonna.
I'm Meketia.
I'm Tanisha.
And this is the Whole Journey Podcast.